In 19th century England, the streets trembled under the shadow of a mysterious figure. People were unsure whether it was a man, a demon, or merely a legend. It leapt from high rooftops, spread terror with its glowing eyes, and plunged an entire city into fear. They called it Spring-Heeled Jack. Who was this enigmatic entity? Was it real, or merely a product of the public imagination? Today, I invite you to wander the foggy streets of London, uncover the rumors leaked from newspaper headlines, and shed light on the dark tale of Spring-Heeled Jack. If you're ready, let's embark on this journey of mystery. By the way, if you'd like to see more videos like this, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Now, let's dive in. Appearing in the 19th century alongside the infamous Jack the Ripper, this creature, which terrified all of England in 1830, emerged at night, made incredible leaps, sometimes walked on its hands or feet, emitted fire from its eyes, and didn't shy away from harming those who crossed its path. Was it a monster, an alien, or a mad scientist dressed in a costume with hidden gadgets, similar to the fictional character Batman? This question has lingered ever since. Witnesses described him as a tall, slender, powerful man dressed in a black cloak, capable of jumping 6 to 9 meters. Others reported him as a strange creature with large eyes and nose, spewing white and blue flames. Spring-Heeled Jack was first sighted in September 1837, when he committed his initial act. A businessman returning home late at night saw a strange silhouette atop cemetery railings. Despite the railings being 3 meters high, Jack effortlessly climbed them, leaping to the other side to block the man's path. This was extraordinary, as scaling such a height unaided was deemed impossible. He was described as having pointy ears, glowing red eyes, and a sharp, pointed nose. Shortly after, Spring-Heeled Jack attacked a group consisting of 3 women and 1 man. While most escaped, Polly Adams was left behind. Jack grabbed her by the blouse, clawed her chest, and began tearing at her stomach. The young girl, who lost consciousness during the attack, was found unconscious by police. After one of Jack's attacks, police arriving at the scene found footprints approximately 5 centimeters deep, with signs of a spring mechanism. This suggested that Spring-Heeled Jack might have been someone wearing a costume with mechanical enhancements. However, those who saw his face and hands described a creature far from human. While he appeared gentlemanly from afar, witnesses noted his demonic face, with some going so far as to describe him as explicitly inhuman or possessing satanic features. One of the most well-known incidents occurred in West London, where a young servant named Mary Stevens was walking home after work. A creature in black clothing leapt in front of her, tearing at her clothes with metallic-like fingers and forcibly kissing her. Frightened by her screams, it fled when neighbors approached. The next day, not far from this location, the creature reportedly leapt in front of a passing carriage, causing the driver to lose control and crash. Witnesses claimed the figure then leapt over a 9-meter fence and fled with a high-pitched laugh. In the days and weeks following, dozens of similar reports and attack claims poured in. The most detailed account occurred on the night of February 22, 1838. 18-year-old Jane Alsop heard a knock on her door. When she opened it, a man dressed in black robes — at the time police often wore black cloaks — exclaimed, "I am a police officer. For God's sake, bring me a light. I've cornered Spring-Heeled Jack in this street." Jane, who lived with her father and 2 sisters, went to fetch a candle and returned to the door. The light illuminated the man's strange face. It was none other than Spring-Heeled Jack. Suddenly, he sprayed blue-white gas into her face. When she tried to escape, Jack grabbed her by the hair. Her sister arrived to pull her inside, and Jack fled after making some noise outside the door. Some witnesses claimed Jack had an accomplice, while others reported he had dropped his coat in Jane's garden while fleeing. Jane described Jack to the police as follows. He wore a large helmet and a garment resembling oilskin. His clothes were similar to the cloaks worn by policemen. His hands were icy cold, like ice, and his claws were incredibly strong. But his eyes were the most terrifying. They burned like fireballs. Spring-Heel Jack's activities didn't end there. Throughout the 19th century, he was reportedly sighted all over England. Though he disappeared for a while in the late 1830s, he re-emerged sporadically from the 1840s to the 1850s. In 1870, he frightened a regiment of soldiers, slapping them with his wet, cold hands before leaping onto a sentry post roof. In 1877, angry townsfolk tried to shoot at him, but he vanished, laughing into the darkness. Jack seemed less like a serial killer and more like a ghost who enjoyed frightening people. On one occasion, he startled an engineer, causing him to lose control and injure dozens. Following these events, numerous scientific and paranormal theories emerged about Spring-Heeled Jack. One of the theories suggested that he was a wealthy man with a peculiar sense of humor and a knack for mechanical gadgets. Some speculated he was Irish nobleman Henry Beresford. Other theories suggested he was a sadistic ghost, an extraterrestrial being, or a magician medium attempting to sow chaos in society. Many people leaned toward these supernatural explanations. Reports of Spring-Heeled Jack sightings continued into the late 1880s. Officially, he was last seen in 1907, though some claimed sightings as late as 2008. While most reports centered on London, sightings extended to Middlesbrough, Liverpool, Lincolnshire, and even parts of Scotland. Toward the late 19th century, Jack's appearances shifted northward. In Liverpool, a crowd reportedly chased him as he leapt between rooftops before disappearing. Some accounts say children doused him with water. Even in modern times, there have been sporadic reports of Spring-Heeled Jack sightings, such as a salesman in Herefordshire in 1986 and a family near Ewell in 2012. Spring-Heeled Jack left behind countless theories and inspired numerous books, comics, and even a film. So, what do you think? Was Spring-Heeled Jack a man using gadgets to mimic supernatural abilities, or an otherworldly creature with horrifying attributes and unique talents? Keep your eyes on the rooftops. Perhaps Jack still has some spring in his step.